Hello and welcome to another episode of Film Freaks with a Z, the podcast about movies. Each episode is about a specific movie, and we'll get to this one's in a little bit. But first, as always, I need to invite you, the listener, to join in on the fan vote. If you have a movie that you want us to watch, you can recommend it to us by either sending us an email at ff.filmfreaks with a G at the end at gmail.com, or commenting on the latest episode of Film Freaks on YouTube, or commenting on the latest episode of on Spotify as well, and or coming to the Discord, link it down in the description, and chatting in the movie stuff section to suggest a movie there.
Hold on. Did you say our email was filmfreaks with a G?
Film Freaks with a Z at the end.
Okay, just wanted to
I think I did
clear
say
that up.
G. I was trying to speed run it, and now we've slowed it down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, anyway, I am Jingle Bell Ferret, and I'm here with...
All the way waffles.
And Haymation.
Jingle all the ray of
Ooh.
positivity.
Oh,
Yay!
all right. That's
There
a
we
good one.
go.
She
All
takes
right.
the winner on this one.
Well, Calus will be very happy about that one.
If he listens.
Oh,
Well, I mean, how are we all doing today? How has everyone been?
Well, I had to watch the movie, so
What?
I've been better.
Oh,
wow.
How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
It was good. Lots of food. Stolen
was
food.
good.
Coming.
Low key.
Yeah, mine was low key as well. It was nice.
My
And-
Thursday was low key.
Any predictions on how Christmas is going to be? What's
High
your
key,
prediction?
man. High
High
key.
key. Santa's going to come down that chimney and give us all our presents.
Oh, he's gonna
Jolly.
come down it. All right.
Ayo.
That might be...
Not just the stockings that are gonna be stuffed is what I'm hearing.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, since we're all in such a festive mood, Greedy, why don't you introduce the movie for us?
All right, if Ray didn't give it away, or the title, the movie I picked is Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is directed by Brian Levent, written by Randy Cornfield. Some of the stars: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Phil Hartman. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. Some other
I think.
some other Robert Conrad, Martin Mull, Jim Belushi, Jake Lloyd. What is Jingle All the Way about? A father vows to get his son a Turbo Man action figure for Christmas. However, every store is sold out, and he must travel all over the town and compete with everybody else in order to find a new toy. So, where do I want to start this? So, it's just very weird to me. Arnold Schwarzenegger did a phenomenal job. Like, I really thought he did great in this movie, considering how we know him. Like, his identity from, like the Terminator and, these all these action movies. I thought he did pretty good in this. And it's just so weird because this is actually one of his later movies that he did. Because he did Transformers again. Terminator before doing Jingle All the Way. So it's just like, it's so weird to see him, because in this movie he just feels fresh out of like he just started his acting career. I don't know if it's because this is his first comedy movie, but I think he did actually pretty good, because it's just the way I know him and his identity just made it like a dumb fun for me in this movie.
Correction though, this is not his first comedy.
They did a couple other ones.
You did? Okay.
His first comedy was Twins.
Was that a
which he-
comedy though?
Yeah.
They
and
tried.
He wanted to.
Also,
I mean,
Kindergarten Cop? Who can forget
Yeah,
Kindergarten
Kindergarten
Cop?
But like, yeah,
But
I know.
it still stands, just he felt so fresh in like an acting world in general.
Yeah, I don't know if it felt fresh, but it was for a Christmas movie. I think that for a Christmas movie with this concept and this actor in this role, it felt good. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's Austrian, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like this guy. He's got a thick Austrian accent, and he's married and has a kid, and it's just it's
muscular man.
Yeah, he's very. I mean, they kind of hide his muscles until the end, but he just doesn't seem the dad type, right? Even in this like older age of Arnold, which isn't even that old anyway. But it is a bit like it's a bit jarring at first. You get kind of used to it by the end, but it is one of those things where I will never forget him calling out his son's name, Jamie. It's just it's stuck in my head for the rest of my life.
That's fair. I thought it was cute. It's a cute movie. He seems very out of place, and I think that's why I like it. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, that's
He's
actually
kind of awkward.
Yeah. And I think the mailman, Sinbad and Arnold kind of carried this movie a little bit. Even though Sinbad is just like kind of like, all right, but like even him, he felt more fitting for the movie. But it's just like I don't know, those two kind of carried this movie.
Well, that's good because they're the two main characters.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah, I liked I thought Sinbad was pretty funny. I mean, especially like the bomb scene where he's like, I have a bomb, and he puts it down, and it actually is a bomb. And I think Sinbad did a good job. I mean, I haven't seen too many movies with him in it, but this is like one of the only ones I've actually ever seen with him in it. Actually, now that I think about it, I think he was fine. And obviously, like I think he yucked up the final role of like the villain better than Arnold did with the hero role, because
Yeah.
I feel like he really got in the character, and Arnold was kind of just like, well, I'm Turbo Man, here I am. And Sinbad's over there just like, yes, I will kill this child for this toy.
Well, I think that goes to like Turbo Man. He didn't know the script and what he's doing. He's just like, what do I do? And whereas Sinbad like had a purpose. He's like, I want this toy, and Turbo Man's like, ooh.
Yeah,
Which also kind of doesn't make sense, because wouldn't he want the toy too? It kind of feels like he just kind of forgets the toy. And he's like all about like Jamie.
well, yeah, he gives his son the toy, and then Sinbad takes his son. So.
Well, at that point, he'd also kind of come to the conclusion where it's like, what am I doing? I'm trying to like steal from children. So he wasn't about the toy wasn't important anymore. His son, he realized his son was important.
Oh, wow.
Plus, his son had the toy.
Yeah. Only took him 8 years to discover that his son was important.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that whole like ending sequence, it's almost like it's from a different movie, because there's a lot more like I don't know if slapstick is the right word, but he like rams his head into a building, and it's very like the whole jetpack. It's very absurd.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's what I love about. I mean, I don't love, but that's what I really like about the movie. It's just how crazy it gets for no reason, and then they just end the movie.
And they're like, all right,
they don't even get to Christmas. They just end the movie.
Well, they show Christmas. They show him putting the tree or the star on the tree at the end.
Did they?
Yeah.
Was it like an end credits thing?
No, it was right before the credits rolled.
Oh no, guy. Maybe did you get like a director's cut version of the movie?
No, because originally Ted put it on, and then they go to the parade and all that, and then near the end it shows Arnold putting the tree on, and they're all like cheering and like a family again.
Why do I remember it just fading out to black after the parade, and then the
all
credits rolled?
What movie did you guys watch?
Jingle all the way.
Hey, you're the one with the track record of not watching the right movie, buddy.
Well, apparently I watched the right movie on this time, so suck it.
Well, Ray, do you remember where the credits started at the end?
No.
Do you remember Arnold putting a star on the tree? I guess that was that.
No, actually, I don't.
Okay, 3-1.
All right, here I go to open Streamlabs, and I'm gonna do a live recording showing you guys him putting the tree or the star on.
Okay, well, while you do that,
I did mistakenly say Sinbad had died. He had not died. I was thinking of Bernie Mac.
Yes, Sinbad. I believe he's still alive and well.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Phil Hartman's the one that.
Yeah, well, I knew Phil Hartman was. When you said rest in peace, Phil Hartman, I was like, I thought Sinbad died too. And no, he didn't.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Bernie Mac.
Okay, I did pull it up on Disney Plus, and it was an after credits scene.
Oh, so it was an after credits scene.
That's what. Okay.
I don't
That's what
remember the credits rolling, but
Second the credits rolled, I turned that movie off. I was like, I'm done.
Same. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me. I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4,
no, it's not
5,
an after credits.
6,
What?
7.
Unless this version of
Heard
it.
it before.
Now,
Quite
hold on.
literally 9 minutes into the credits is when that scene comes
Greedy,
on.
are you watching it on the Fire Stick or whatever again?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right, there you go.
There it is.
They probably cut the
But the
credits.
credits are at the end here. So the scene that I'm talking about, I have it right here, is an hour and 25 minutes and 43 seconds, and then the credits start because they're talking. Then the credits starts an hour, 26 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Hey, you lucked out. You know, they
Yeah,
went, hey, we
but-
don't need to watch 9 minutes of credits. Here's the last scene, then we'll do credits.
See, the problem is that you're watching it on like your little Fire Stick thing, and it's not like the actual version of the movie. Whereas we watched the.
How do they put the credits behind? If the
You
the
download it
Fire
off
Stick
of a fishy website. Anything can happen.
No, it's not fishy.
I'm actually literally gonna pull it up right now because apparently we need to do this.
Macaroni. The San
But what?
Francisco-
It's just so weird. Why would they go through all the work just to put that ending credits before
Yeah,
or the ending?
I'm scrubbing through it right now. The movie ends at what Ray said at like 1:21 something, and then the credits roll, and then the after credits scene at 1:28:50 is him putting the star on the tree. I'm literally scrubbing it right now on
I
on
believe you
Disney
guys,
Plus.
but I'm talking
No,
about. Like,
apparently
why
you
would
don't, because
No, when did I ever say I don't believe you guys?
because you keep saying because you keep saying that it wasn't after the credits, but it definitely was after the credits on the original version of the movie.
Switch it? Why would they switch it?
Like I said,
don't
you
get.
downloaded it from whatever website you downloaded it from. It might be different.
Never once I said you guys are wrong. I'm just pleading my case.
I know what you're. I mean, you kind of were saying that we were wrong at the beginning, but now it's 3 against 1, and we definitely all watched the same version of the movie, besides from you.
I was just saying you guys are wrong to defend my case because I wasn't. I'm proving that I wasn't going crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, the point still stands is that the movie just ends, and then the credits roll, and then it's the after credits scene that none of us saw because we weren't sticking around for the credits. That
Yeah,
you
I
said you
wouldn't
put the
stick out
star
for
on there.
9 minutes.
Yeah, so I mean, it all loops back around to the movie just ends, and they probably should have done what they did for your weird version of it,
got the better version.
where they put the star on the tree. They like that would have been the actual good ending, but instead you get the fade to black and then the credits roll, and then that's it.
No
See
one
ya.
stuck around in the theaters.
Yeah,
for that.
everyone left.
Are you
All right,
okay?
anyways.
Yeah,
Well, that wraps up our talk on the movie. Thanks for listening, everybody.
It was a much more heated discussion than I was expecting.
I kind of loved it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was good.
Well, when I'm right and you're right, I mean, you don't need to point and blame.
You know what I miss?
I don't know.
When malls used to actually look like that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Does
don't.
that
I
look
don't
like-
miss the Christmas rush. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. That is completely fair. But just like,
Or all the annoying kids in the ball pit.
yes. I don't know. I miss that simplicity, I guess.
One of the best punchlines is Arnold saying, "I'm not a pervert.
Yeah, he says it in his freaking Austrian accent.
I'm not a pervert." I can't even do a good one.
No, it was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
He had a couple of good one-liners. Just not even if it was his accent, but like when he tells Ted, "I want to wrap you in chains," and just drives off. That's another funny part.
Yeah. I laughed not at the joke, but at the insinuation that he would like to do BDSM with Ted because he would like to wrap him in chains. Yeah.
I don't think that's what he was referring to, but
But that's the insinuation. I'd like to wrap you in chains. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
I love when Ted said that his wife had the best cookie. That was great.
Yeah, kind of a little adult humor for child's movie. I don't know.
I mean, it's the
it's a child.
'90s, dude. They were unhinged.
A lot of kids' movies.
I mean, Arnold like beats up several Santa Clauses in this movie. I think.
The best, my favorite scene of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
the one stuntman who was the initial Santa who got punched, and he does like the headstand as he gets punched over. Like that is like that's like my favorite scene in the movie. Is just him doing the he gets punched, he flips over, and his head rolls on the floor, and then he flips over again, and then lands or knocks into the pole behind him. That's just like such a good stunt work right there. Like it was so clean too.
I don't know why I laughed so hard at the midget getting punched. Like, even thinking about it now, I just. Yeah.
But yeah, that whole scene is. I love how they ended too with Arnold pretending that he's like a detective, and he's like, I've been working this case for months, and you just ruined it. Like that's how he gets out of it. I think that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a whole box of police items right there that he just picked up.
So, as you all may know, the little kid in the movie, who I forget his name right now,
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd, he does become Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, he's in the
after this
child.
movie.
He's the child, right? In the.
He's Anakin.
He's Anakin, and
Sad.
I wanted to put myself into George Lucas's shoes and be like, okay, we're casting this kid as Anakin. Like, no hate towards him at all. Like, I don't mind him as Anakin in Episode 1, but his acting in this movie does not make me go, yes, perfect for our Star Wars franchise, like perfect for Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know Jake Lloyd got a ton of shit, which also is why he never really acted again in his life after Episode 1. But
Yeah.
it was
That's
definitely
nuts.
a miscast because I don't think he was good in this movie either. Like especially towards the end when like peril was happening, he just didn't really seem to be. I mean, obviously it's a kid, but good directors can make kids act well, and obviously the director for this movie wasn't good enough to do that, and obviously George Lucas wasn't good enough to do that.
Lucas has never been good at directing people or actors.
Yeah, so but it just boggles my mind that he I guess I'm just making this up, but he was watching this movie and he went, there he is.
That's Anakin.
That's my guy.
Yeah. He's not a good actor. And I feel bad for all the shit he got, but like
Yeah.
Like, obviously he didn't deserve any of that, and I mean honestly, when I rewatched the movie for the 20th anniversary in theaters, I was like, yeah, he's not bad, but it's just kind of like a little bit annoying at times, not really feeling the role at times, but for the most part, it's like, he's fine. It's the average kind of like kid acting, and I'm not sure why people hated him so much because once again, he was just kind of like fine. In this movie, he's also just kind of like fine. Like he's not great, he's not terrible, but he's just kind of like fine.
He was definitely better than the kid in Muppets.
yeah, well,
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
yeah.
I definitely wouldn't say that.
Yeah. You know what's sad is around the same time, Haley Joel Osment was starting to perform, and it's like you could have gotten him, and you didn't. You missed an opportunity, George. Another person.
Let's
though-
all write him a letter and ask him.
Yeah. Another person though, I think, who basically has just like had to quit Hollywood and stuff just because it's a shitty.
He came back. He was in The Boys.
Yeah, that's good.
I think he was also
still-
in something else.
Well, I know. I mean, he's the Sora in Kingdom Hearts.
Ah, yes. Sora.
Sora.
Gorsh.
Gorsh indeed.
So, going back to the movie, Turbo Man, cool. I guess they call it a doll throughout the whole thing. Cool doll or dumb doll? What's the
Generic?
consensus here?
Yeah, generic. I mean, they really didn't show the doll. I mean, I guess they kind of did, but they showed the the TV show more, and I feel like the kid talked about it more than they actually showed the doll.
Which is fine. I mean, the doll, like when you see it though, it doesn't look like it's a fun doll to play with, or action.
No.
Like it just looks bulky and just bad.
And he also, I mean, all the cool stuff that Arnold Schwarzenegger had, I don't think was on that doll, like the boomerang and the
Yeah, because they were
jetpack
sold
and
separately.
yeah. Yeah, but I agree. I mean, it doesn't even seem like his like elbows move. Like it's just his shoulders and
Yeah.
his legs.
Yeah. Which that was like supposedly one of the selling points, is it moves.
It moves and it talks.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Ish.
Yeah, I mean, what was his sidekick's name?
Booster, I
Boost?
think.
Yeah, Booster.
Yeah, that.
Honestly, rather have Booster.
Yeah.
He was also played by a very famous voice actor.
Mhm.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name, but like it's a very recognizable
Yeah.
voice.
Kind of glad they kind of got off of that Booster guy though. They ended him. They're like, no one likes you. I was like, oh, I forgot about him.
I don't know. I don't know if he needed to be punched by children though. Like that was a bit much. But that was during the time when they were going all out with like the craziness. So they're like, okay, well, it's time for Booster to die, canonically die. I mean, there's a million people credited as Santa in Warehouse, so I don't think I'm ever gonna find Booster's voice actor, unfortunately. I think that in general, this one had pretty good pacing to it.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Kind of flew by.
I mean, it's only an hour, 20 or 15, 20. Well, we just went over it, so 120.
Hour and a half, I think.
Well, yeah, hour 20 technically, hour and a half if you count credits.
Yeah.
And I did think that they had some nice storylines, like side stories going on, like, the one guy trying to get into his wife's pants, Ted trying to get into his wife's pants, and at the end he throws the eggnog on him, and then there's the police officer who's hunting him down the entire time, and then at the end the payoff is like, oh, it's Turbo Man, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was nice.
I really
also,
wish he had died in the explosion, though.
Wow. We need some
Like,
gore
it
in
was
this one.
It was like a huge explosion, and it cuts back, and he's just like cartoon character-esque, just like, oh, my hair got messed up.
Oh no.
I loved it when the police officer was like, we'd love to have you on our team, and then he sees who it is.
Yeah.
How about that running gag of him running into that police officer? Annoying, just right.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought it
here's
was
my
fine.
problem. It's like it was trying to give like small town vibes, but also at the same time like big city vibes. And it's just like if you keep running into this cop, that's small town. But then it's like this huge, extravagant like play that can afford or parade that can afford jetpacks and whatnot. And it's like, this is a small town or a big city. Come on, pick one.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely big city. Like,
Yeah,
there's no
you see
doubt in
that
my
mall?
mind. Especially
that
when
mall.
he's flying around at the end, you can definitely see it because it's pretty much they took like, I don't know, New York or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Minnesota, actually.
Minnesota. That makes more sense.
Minnesota.
Meaner soda.
What do you guys? Yeah, the one thing that I found kind of weird or odd is the reindeer. Like, I didn't get the point of that, and they kind of, end that reindeer gig really quick, but it just kind of seemed out of place, kind of like a runtime thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who's crazy enough to have a reindeer as a pet, but yeah. That Ted, he's a weird one. I mean, it's kind of crazy that Ted gets so much single mom pootie tang, and he has to have Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife.
Yeah.
Like, he has to. Everyone else has given in. It's very strange.
Oh, she's the babe on the street?
Yeah, but he has like
Weird.
like 5 other like women who are relatively attractive for their age too. It's like I don't understand like why he needs. I guess her name was Liz. I don't know why he's so obsessed with her.
It's because he really had a thing for Arnold, but he knew he couldn't get Arnold.
Ah,
So he's like,
yes.
I'll settle for
Yeah.
Arnold's wife.
But yeah, I mean, if they do like a good job of like making him kind of more creepy as the movie goes on.
Yeah, because he kind of just starts out as like, oh, it's a friendly single dad.
Yeah,
And then
neighbor.
it becomes like, I'm wearing an apron and cooking and baking cookies, and oh, I'm putting the star on, and oh, I'm in
and
a car.
talking about you going to shower and getting your cookies. It's like, oh,
Oh my. Creep alert.
we look. There's so much more to talk about this movie, but I guess.
Yeah, I think the whole mall scene is fun. It's nice that because I went out Black Friday shopping myself this past week, and it's nice that it's not that crazy anymore. Like at least around where I am, because I do remember like waking up at like 6 a.m. and going out to like Best Buy or something and being like a crowd of people. Like I remember those times. I'm glad that those don't happen anymore. Also I don't think there's like. I feel like there's not even like that one single like big ticket item anymore either for like the toys or anything like that. Like I feel like that kind of phased out as well. It's more so like, and here's the collection of toys that kids are thinking or wanting this year, but it's never like one big toy. Like no one's going out there asking for the Skibbity toilet action figure, and that's like the only thing, right? Like I feel like it's either a collection of stuff or it's like that like crap, like $5 mystery bag crap that they have like slime in or something like that.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I know like my niece, she's 6, and there was some sort of like monkey, like animatronic thing that you can like feed and play with, and apparently that's like a hot item for at least the girls. Because my sister almost didn't get it. Like it's sold out everywhere. So
Is it a skibbity or whatever that toy is?
absolutely not.
A skibbity monkey.
No.
I don't understand that toy.
But I mean, this isn't really a toy, but J.C. Penney's used to sell not even sell, they used to give out these tiny little snow globes. I don't know if you guys know this. Every year for, I mean, we're talking 20, 30 years. And they stopped doing it last year, and everybody lost their fucking minds. They're these free little, I mean, maybe an inch tall, 2-inch tall snow globes. They're tiny. Well, because everybody pitched a fit last year, they started selling them again this year. My dad went out to go get one at 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was already 500 to 600 people in line
Dang.
at a JCPenney's in West Virginia, of all places.
Wow.
And so he turned around and went home. But if you want a hot ticket item, apparently it's a free snow globe that's no bigger than your freaking middle finger.
Jeez.
Well, okay then. I guess I was wrong.
But I mean, like, I wouldn't consider that a hot ticket item like you were talking
I don't
about.
know. 600 people lined up.
That's a hot take. Yeah, hot
But
item.
then again, like I went to JCPenney on Black Friday myself. I didn't have. I mean, maybe it's because they all sold out, but I didn't even get wind that there was snow globes or whatever.
Well, it was only,
Yeah.
only in West Virginia that it was a thing.
I mean, they're a thing everywhere, like all over the
Well, I know.
country.
Yeah, but like that makes a big deal of it.
Yeah, I guess. It's crazy. Like normally they're like Mickey snow globes, like Mickey Mouse is inside
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
them. Right.
the only reason.
Yeah, I believe Walt Disney, even in his grave, he probably makes about $1 million just by,
Decomposing.
decomposing.
That felt really morbid to say, but
Hey, maybe, but maybe not. They I think aren't they preserving his head, and he's going to be reanimated, and he's going to be on a robot body, and everyone will realize that he was very racist, and
oh my god.
he's oh man, that'd be so funny for him to be like him to wake up and he'd be like, well, I hope the Jews aren't around, and it's like everyone's like, huh?
Huh? Who said that?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's basically probably what would happen. So
I know we're very off topic, but that was too funny of a thought for me to pass it up.
Thank you. I think. I sent a picture of the snow globes.
Should
Yeah.
I cut that out of the podcast?
Nope. Keep it saying it.
All I'm saying is you said it, and now somebody could clip it and be like, "This is what Yemmy really thinks."
No, it's what Walt
Right.
Disney really thinks. It's proven. It's a factual.
But you said it.
That's right.
Yemmy said, and
They're just gonna soundbite it and be like, "This is what Yemmy feels."
Yeah, but you see, we have context, so I could clip
Well,
the
yeah,
whole
there's-
context, and then every time someone posted on Twitter, I could reply with the context.
I mean, there's context, but people don't care about context these days.
I'll just say it was AI.
No, that works.
This,
That's
this
fair.
whole podcast has actually been AI. That's why it's so like perfect that we started with the end, and then we talked about the movie a little bit, and then we got sidetracked, and then we got so sidetracked that we started making jokes about Walt Disney, and now we're back and we're actually talking about the reason like that we are sidetracked. So it's actually been AI generated this whole time.
This whole time, you fell for it.
That is right. You fell for it.
Nerds.
Now we need to get that stupid like TikTok AI lady voice that's just like, "You will never believe what we have found today."
Top
Whatever.
Mojo.
thing she
Top
says.
10 moments from Jingle All the Way. You won't
Yeah.
believe number 1.
Yes, that. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I never knew that this existed. Jingle All the Way from 1996. Did you know he puts a star on the tree at the end of the movie?
False. That never happened. You can't prove it.
All copies of the movie will have that scene erased. AI could do that.
Yeah, seriously.
True.
They'll make their
Go.
own jingle all the way.
Yeah, well, what would AI Jingle All the Way even be like? It would have The Rock as Arnold Schwarzenegger. It would
Yeah.
have,
Kevin Hart as the mailman.
yeah, Kevin Hart as the mailman. Jack Black's the kid.
Oh God.
Marissa
Scarlett
Tomei
Johansson
as-
is the wife.
Oh, okay. No, that works better. You're right.
And Chris Pratt is Ted. Boom. Mail it.
There you go.
Mail it.
You nailed it. That's exactly how it would go.
roll credits.
Who would be the angry policeman?
Oh.
Hmm.
Who's the guy from Robert De Niro? I don't know.
Robert. I mean, he's the right age now. Sure, Robert De Niro. Joe Pesci.
There you go.
But and we all technically I mean if we were gonna do this like AI generated movie, like they would probably like they did with General Tarkin in Rogue One, they'll probably just do like AI version of the same character, because I think he passed away in 2020, so they could just do AI version of this guy and be a little bit creepy, a little bit weird, a little bit uncanny, you know. Well, this has been a great conversation about Jingle All the Way. Does anyone have any like? I know Tay, you and Ray, you said that you weren't too into the movie. Like, what more specifically can you add to that?
I mean, I thought it was entertaining. I think, like, I've seen it before. I've seen it one time years ago. I don't know. It just predictable. I think that's my problem with it. It's just predictable.
Yeah, I mean, predictable. I don't know. Maybe that's the biggest problem. Is like I just wasn't really entertained by it. It was just like, yeah, this is the thing that's happening to me.
I think Tay just watches any movie I pick with hate.
It's true.
He just like, oh, it's a greedy pick. I'm gonna fucking hate this movie.
Damn.
Damn. No, I'm pretty sure I've liked at least one or two of your picks.
And we're on pick what, 100?
I'm sure there's
100. I mean, we're getting close to 150 now.
Like your first pick, I think was what, Weekend at Bernie's. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Oh boy.
It's been downhill ever since.
Yeah, we must go back.
Episode number 3, and now we are this many
It's
along.
just ever since you picked Brightburn. I mean, that was where you went wrong.
That was like episode 15.
I think that was my second pick. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. He chose Fantastic Mr. Fox, and we all gave that 5 out of 5 at the time.
Jay's like, now that I think about it, actually, can I switch it to a 1 out of 5?
Actually, on the rebound, it sucked. Hello, Tay, are you there?
Yeah,
I'm
Jay.
here. Sorry. Yeah. I was thinking, lost in thought.
Lost in thought, yes.
Lost in the sauce.
No, you don't pick always bad movies. This one, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like,
It's just one of the movies of all time.
it's just a movie. Like, it's not my least favorite movie. There was I would pick this over watching like Brightburn again.
And we're back to picking this movie over Brightburn.
Yeah.
I mean,
But just like overall, it's just. I mean, it's a Christmas movie that's not done. Like, I mean, it's done fine, I guess. I don't know. Just the subject matter is just bad. Just a lot of bad.
the subject matter.
Well, just the whole idea of like, oh, I've got to get the big toy for the kid. It's like, okay.
I think that's bad.
I think that's like common.
Yeah.
Like at least for the time, common. Like, oh, you gotta get the big item the kid wants, or else he won't love you.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
like
and
you
that-
getting the big cat toy for your cat. Like,
Yeah. There's no big cat toy for the cat.
well,
You
not
you
yet.
You get the
Box,
cat toy.
cardboard box.
Yeah, so you get the cat toy from a box, and then they'll enjoy the box.
That is also true.
Yeah, I mean,
like I said,
to
I
put
mean,
it in
it's-
context for me, like I would rather watch this like several times over the original Home Alone. So you'll know that I really liked the second one much more than the first one. So
I agree.
would
I
I
agree
watch the
with you on
second
that
one over Jingle All the Way? No, I would definitely watch the second one over Jingle All the Way, of course.
I still like the first Home Alone better than this movie, but like I would watch this movie again. So, like,
See-
yeah, I didn't think it was bad at all. It's just like, it's just a movie. Like, it's just
I don't know.
classic.
Yeah, maybe it's these types of Christmas movies I just like am mad about. I guess in general, like if you
What's
gave
your
me the option,
ideal
this
Christmas
or
movie?
Home Alone, I'd be like, can I skip both?
Well, yeah,
Tay's,
what's the
Krampus.
ideal Christmas movie for Tay?
Tay
Well,
is
I mean,
Krampus, apparently.
Obviously, like I'm a big fan of Muppet Christmas Carol,
A good one.
and there's another one which we'll talk about later because it's my pick. For this.
Oh, snap.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna hate watch it. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'm not a huge Christmas movie. Like everyone, raves about Elf,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm just like, it was.
Yeah, I felt the same. Like I laughed at like a couple times at Elf, but I felt the same way. Like everyone's like really high on Elf, and I was just kind of like, it's fine. But I'm also not like a big Will Ferrell person, so
Yeah.
I hope no one picks it. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean,
You can pick whatever you want.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I do this podcast. It's so I can see movies that I wouldn't have seen or
Wanted to
because
see
of-
again, or
Yeah.
Exactly.
you never know.
Gives
Maybe
me-
your tastes will change. Maybe maybe in 10 years you'll watch Jingle All the Way again, and you'll be like, wow, my eyes have been opened.
Or he's gonna be like, wow, I still hate Greedy.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You'll be reminded
agree
of the end credits scene. You'll actually watch it the next time.
Yeah, I was like, I actually agree with you, Greed, that like the Santa scene, that was probably my favorite scene. Like when he's in the Santa warehouse. Like
Yeah.
I think the whole idea of going with these random Santa people was dumb, but the scene itself was fun.
Hey, when you're desperate for that toy,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
you'll do anything, and I mean anything.
Anything. He had to blow both of them.
Wow.
Well,
Which movie did you watch?
I watched the porn parody. I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
going all the way. That's the porn parody.
Yeah.
You watched the XXX Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Should we do final thoughts and review now?
Yeah, let's do it.
On that note, I think we've done enough on this podcast tonight.
We started off on
All
such a high note with Ray's name, and it just kind of like just kind of went down from there.
Yeah, you're right.
Really like in the Planet of the Apes where the guys are just rolling down the hill and there's that random scary noises going down.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Like we had that argument about the star, and then it was just kind of like a cliff. We never recovered.
Well, that's when we switched over to the AI. So
Right. Yes. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, Greedy, give us your 5 out of 5 rating and final thoughts.
All right, so Jingle All the Way, 1996. I thought this was actually a fun movie. It's one of those dumb fun kind of movies. It wasn't long, so it was a nice quick watch. Arnold Schwarzenegger, like I said, he seems out of cast, but he seems like perfect role for this because just of his identity of knowing he's the Terminator and all that, and his, like Yemmy said, his accent just makes things better and like the punchlines better. Sinbad was a good fit, as well. Just like I said, they carried the movie. Overall, like I said, my favorite scenes were the Santa, the warehouse, and just some good punchlines there. Acting was good. Kid was all right, like we said earlier. I'm gonna give this one surprisingly a 4 out of 5. I would watch it again, and maybe possibly every Christmas.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow. Quite the rave review. And then we get mine.
1 out of 5.
No. Yeah, overall, like, I didn't think the acting was like anything, like it wasn't bad, but I don't think it was like good. And I felt the wrong time. The opposite of you, where like at like 40 minutes in, I was like, I gotta have like 10 minutes left in this movie, right? And I looked at it, 40. Oh. So yeah, I didn't, like I said, didn't care for it. It was fine for what it was, I guess. A kid's movie, and it felt like a kid's movie. I think Sinbad probably did the best out of everybody. Like I enjoyed his character the best. Other than that, yeah, it is what it is. I'd give it a 2.5.
It is
Wow.
what it is.
Yeah.
I don't mind this movie. Like it's not bad at all. I would watch it again. I thought the scenes with the mailman were really funny, and I thought that Arnold's character was awkward, and I didn't really feel like he fit the part very well, but because of that, it also made it even funnier, so I was entertained. Even though it was predictable, it's still a good movie. A lot of movies are predictable nowadays, so yeah. All in all, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah, originally, I guess I should say I had a blast watching it this time. Like, and I felt like I wasn't really laughing with the movie. I was laughing at it more than anything else, which does amount to a pretty fun watch. But the last time I watched this, which was last Christmas, I gave it a 3, and I went back to a 3 because not only with our conversation, but it's just kind of like it's a fine Christmas movie. Everything's fine about it. But I will say I did have more fun watching it. Like I was cracking up just by the antics of some of the scenes. So it's not like I had a bad time watching it. And I mean, I probably wouldn't watch this one again at this point. But I had fun, which is the base thing there. I gave it a 3 out of 5 this time around again.
Oh, you switched it back?
I just said that.
Because on Letterboxd I had 3.5.
I know that. That's why I just said I switched it back after thinking about it.
Okay.
Am I going crazy? Did I not say that during my final thoughts?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
All right. Does anyone have any small small recommendations that you would like to Bring
Um,
forth.
I have a. It's not a recommendation as much as it's like a.
Well,
Don't
then don't
waste your
say it.
time.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't waste your time with it. So I watched that Netflix animation movie Spellbound, and don't waste your time with.
I never even heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Like
is.
the animation of it looks really good, but the story's just meh. And then they like it feels like they shoehorned a bunch of music into it, and it's like not none of the songs are like anything they'd go, oh yeah, that was good. It's just, eh, like kind of like this movie but worse in that like it felt like they just were trying to be a Disney movie and it was not a Disney movie. So that's my anti recommendation is don't waste your time.
Well, if we're going anti-recommendations, I think I can follow you up with one.
All right.
Yeah, I watched the entire Justice League Crisis of Infinite Earths trilogy. They've been releasing them every so often on Max. And they were all just very mid. I was not a fan of the voice acting or the animation in all of them. And even though the comics that they're based on are good, I felt like the translation to animated movie was not great. And the last part 3, was just it kind of pissed me off because they show all these like alternate multiverses where it's like, here's the Batman animated universe. Watch it get destroyed by a wave of energy and it just gets wiped off the map. Ooh, here's the universe where it's all like the it's like the 60s animation. Ooh, can't wait to see. Oh, nope, it's wiped off the map. There's like this giant energy wave that's destroying multiverses, and they show you all the multiverses of like your favorite things as a kid, like Teen Titans and the Batman animated series. And it's like, why don't we just like destroy the Snyderverse while we're at it, please? You could also like destroy like Suicide Squad, the original Suicide Squad movie with that fucking atrocious Joker in it. Like, can't you like show the things that we don't like and have it be destroyed? Can we please just save the good stuff? Nope, it's all wiped off the map. I will say though, the one saving grace that comes from making it maybe not as mid is Kevin Conroy had a final line as Batman in this movie, which was a very touching moment. I believe it was like the last thing he recorded. Obviously, there's other things that he did before he died, but I believe this was like the last line delivery that he gave for Batman. So it's a very touching moment. But the rest of the movie kind of pissed me off. So I can't save it. But all 3 of the movies are 3 out of 5. Like they're so mid. They're probably the most boring animated movies from DC. I can't even think of another one that's like as boring. Like Killing Joke is bad. Like I really didn't like that, especially but this was just like 3 movies where I was hoping it was going to get better every single time, and it just did not impress me at all.
Wow.
All right.
I have a recommendation.
No, we're only taking anti-recommendations today.
Yeah, I was saying.
No,
Never
go ahead.
mind.
No, go ahead.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
want to hear your I want something to.
It was a joke.
I finally watched the 2nd season of Loki.
Oh.
And I enjoyed it a lot. So
yeah.
I hated the 1st season, which is why it took me so long to watch the 2nd season. But everybody at work was like, you gotta watch it. So I was like, fine. And I'm glad I did. I am very glad I did. It was good. I kind of want to rewatch like both seasons again together.
Yeah, give that first one a chance.
Yeah, I think I just had a lot of expectations and they weren't met, so I was just kind of crushed. But I'm gonna go with it an open mind.
Season 2 or season 1, and I only ever saw like the first or 2nd episode of season 2, and then canceled my Disney Plus, so I haven't been able to finish it.
Yeah, Loki season 2 was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good.
Me too. I love the different angles that they took with it. So
yeah,
if it ever comes out on like DVD, Blu-ray, maybe there you go.
Yeah,
I might have it on a Plex server somewhere. I can watch it.
There you go.
You'll watch the version with him putting the star in the tree before the credits.
Yeah. But why would you watch any other version? Greedy had it right the whole time.
And is that it? Are we good?
I think we're good. Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right, Tay, it's your time to choose a movie. What do you got for us?
All right, so I've picked the ultimate Christmas movie. Some would say. I don't know if I'd say it's the ultimate Christmas movie, but it is a Christmas movie and it is fun. And of course, that movie is Die Hard.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
I have been told 3 times today to watch that movie. So thank you.
Oh,
No
gosh.
problem. Die Hard from 1988, directed by John McTiernan. Stars Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, Alexander Godunov, Bonnie Bedelia, Reginald Vale Johnson, and then a bunch of other people that don't matter. I mean, they matter. No one will know their names. And yeah, it's 12 if I can talk. 12 terrorists, 1 cop. The odds are against John McClane. That's just the way he likes it.
Damn.
I don't know if that is actually the way he would like it. But like, especially if you've seen the movie, I don't think it is the way he would like it. But sure. It's a fun movie. I enjoy it. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I was like, I want to do a Christmas movie, but I don't like Christmas movies. When I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, this is a Christmas movie. I like this movie.
Well, there you go. If you want to check it out, it's on Amazon, Apple TV, Hulu, all those different places.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen this one. There was a while where I was like a diehard fanatic, and I think I watched. I think it was before the 5th one came out, so I was
Yeah, I
watching
would
like
say.
all 4 of the the originals, and then like the one that they made the reboot it, and like I got the collection and all that, and I feel like I was watching them like every week. So this game is a bit I mean, not this game. This movie is ingrained in my head, but it's always it's a fun watch. It's always a fun watch.
Yeah, I'll say
I can't
after
wait to judge it.
after the 4th one, that's when I kind of like. I was like, okay, no, I'm done. And then I hear the 5th one just got even like more ridiculous and more dumb, and I was just like, okay, good.
Yeah, we can discuss it next time, of course.
Yeah.
Underrated Christmas movie, just like Batman.
Well, I don't think. I mean, this one has gotten a lot more like
Yeah, I don't
Christmas
know if this is
push in the recent
Yeah,
years.
underrated.
lately
Yeah.
it has been pushed.
I do
think
agree,
the
though.
most-
Batman Returns is the one that it seems to be a bit under,
For
you know,
sure.
a bit of an underground one. That was actually the movie I was going to recommend if you didn't want. I mean, if that was actually the one that I was going to recommend if you wanted the Christmas, but not really Christmas movie, last time. So there's a little bit of insight of my thought process there. But y'all wanted Muppet Treasure Island, so I obliged.
And I'm glad.
And funny enough, the second movie is also a Christmas movie. If you didn't know, when he's in the airport, it's
Yeah.
Christmas Eve again. Anyway, if you want to join the conversation or not be spoiled for Die Hard from 1988, make sure you watch that before the next episode airs in 2 weeks. We'll reconvene and talk about that. All right. Anyone else have anything they want to mention before we end the show?
I'm good.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Does everyone have a nice December?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, have a nice start to your December. We will be back before Christmas, so we can wish you a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday next time.
Maybe we won't. What if we don't want to?
Oh, yeah, or maybe we won't.
You're a
Dun
man,
dun dun.
Mr. Greedy.
All right, I am Yemmy the Ferret, and I've been here with...
Greedy waffles.
Animation.
Ray of Positivity.
And this has been another episode of Film Freaks with a Z at the end. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I'm not the pervert.